Like, I'm not gonna filling that out isn't gonna happen. You know, and then you're like non-compliant by insurance, and then it'd be like, well, you know, could somebody read it to me, I guess? But then you're like, feel like an asshole because you're like, well, like, they're understaffed and overworked already, so like that's not a very, you know, thoughtful suggestion. But and then like I just feel like okay, when I had to do the parole hearing to like the people who did this to me were in jail, but they got a 3-year sentence, but they ended up only serving 2, and then I had to, well, because I dropped it to second degree. But in order to keep them in for the 2nd year, all 3 of them, I had to go in front of a parole board and plead my case. Like, the victim has to like go through the entire thing all over again just to get them to serve the actual sentence they were given. So I said, well, because of my brain injury, you know, they sent me this enormous file that was like gigantic, all these almost like essay questions I had to fill out, and then I had to go appear before the board and, you know, plead my case. And they were all really wonderful, but this was in another state to make it more complicated. But I was just like, well, considering I have a visual impairment and I have a reading and writing problem from the injury that they caused me, like, can I just answer the questions on the phone, and then like maybe somebody could type it in or something? Or can I verbally give you like a recording of answers to everything? And they were like, no. And I was like, they're like, no, we don't have any way for that to happen. And I was like, okay. Just try not to lose my temper and just be like, okay, well, it's like, so if someone's in a wheelchair and they're at a social service appointment, you ask them to get up and walk across the room in order to sign in? No, you don't. So why are you asking like visually impaired people to fill out documents that they're incapable of doing? Just wondering. And like, how come somebody can have an interpreter if they're deaf, but nobody can have a scribe if they're functionally illiterate? Just wondering what that's about. Anyway, I have a lot of